Hey y'all, so I'm just waiting for a couple more people to get in. But I hope everybody is doing good on this Sunday. I hope all is well. And I'm not gonna keep y'all because I know that it's Sunday. Y'all want to get to y'all family. But so a couple of things. The soft lunch sale is still going on. So you guys can check out some of my merch with ActiveX, as well as the other merchandise that some of you guys emailed me about. Um, so you can get the jackets, tees, cups, and mugs. That's not going to be on my Shopify store. That's actually on my YouTube store. So that's directly a direct link that you guys can click and you'll have access to that. Currently, right now, there are no sales going right now for my YouTube store. But for my ActiveX store, you guys have a soft launch sale that you can take advantage of. And right now, with that sale, everything is $35 and under. So you can get any set, anything like that for $35 and under. All my e-guides are priced out at $10, so you guys can check that out as well. How to get your Amazon, Walmart store up. Simple tips of what you can do to make money utilizing AI. How to be a successful content creator. So all my e-guides are going for $10, as well as the one-on-one booking right now is available through Calendly. If you guys are having any issues with that, just make sure that you go ahead and email me, and I'll get right to it. Today is a special word that I want to go over today. It's special because I tell you guys, God works in mysterious ways, and He truly does. When I tell you that He sustains you in the struggle, He truly do. Because for a lot of you guys, you know that the enemy has been attacking you. You know that the enemy's been after you for a very long time, and has been going very hard and relentless against you, as opposed to other people that you may ask yourself, God, why am I going through this? You know, understand what I'm saying? Because you are on a different path and a different journey. That person who wants to go off and be a doctor, or that person who wants to go off and be a lawyer, that person who wants to go ahead and buy property, they have a different path, a different journey than you. Whatever the enemy is saying about you is hook, line, and sinker to destroying you, to humiliating you, debilitating you for a very long time. And see, today is a special word. It is a special word that I really pushed through today, because I was like, you know what? I'm going to just upload my videos and I'm going to come on tomorrow. But the type of person that I am, before I went to church today, I prayed and I stayed up last night until like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And it wasn't a restless spirit that I was having, but it was a prayer, like I was giving myself to God and really asking Him for guidance, and asking Him to show me, what can I do about my future, my son's future. And so a lot of what I was taking to God was in the topics and the areas surrounded around overflow, right? Around overflow, around my destiny, around my future, right? About my forward progression. And I remember staying up late. I was crying and I was praying. And I remember before I went to sleep, I asked God, I said, I know that you hear me. I know that you are around me. And I want you to show me and give me a sign that you are going to answer my prayers. I went to church today, and one of the things that the pastor was going over was overflow. I mean, it was just directly tied into what I had prayed to God about, breaking down everything of building generational wealth, you know, carrying on burdens that are not your own, what God will do even in the midst of suffering. He will send people that will act outside of the norm to give to you, and He will send people to you to help you and to aid you. And the reason why today is a special word, because what happened today was very much so a sign from God that there is a breakthrough that's going to occur, that there is a shift that is happening, and for His chosen ones and for His people to get ready. Because for a very long time, there have been people who have come from different backgrounds, different walks of life that you've encountered that have really tried to come at you in the worst kind of ways. A lot of people came after you because they knew that you was on the brink of doing something that had never been done before, and they saw you being very successful at it. There are a lot of people who, little do you know, let's say that you're the generational curse breaker. There are certain bloodlines that we are born into, and because there are certain people that may not be chosen to be a generational curse breaker, right? Wouldn't mind crushing that person who is chosen, all because they couldn't be that chosen one. And so a lot of people who took these actions against you did not care if the generational curse was going to be broken of poverty, um, of lack. You understand what I'm saying? These cycles that your family has been plaguing your family for a very long time. And I think a lot of you guys know why you was chosen, which is also tied into why you were attacked, right? And why you've been attacked for a very long time now, because Satan has been after your destiny. Satan has been after your overflow, your abundant overflow, okay? Your prosperous future that has been attacked at the hands of the enemy. But in this season right now, not only is God canceling every attack and every wicked plan of the enemy, He is sending you people in as allies, as support, as reinforcement around you to let you know that everything is going to be okay. Let me tell you something. One of the things that God dropped it on my spirit was that there's nothing that you have to do that you have not done already. There's nothing that you have to do that you have not done already. So if some of you guys have been taking on that burden of feeling like the pressure is on you, you understand what I'm saying, to change a certain dynamic, or maybe I shouldn't have done that, maybe I shouldn't have let this person in. A lot of times we go through certain things that teaches us lessons about people, right? The people that are in this world, the people in the spirits, you understand what I'm saying? People that come for you, people who hate you, people who bully you, people who take from you, people who do not want the best for you, people who don't mind taking from you to have you in lack, people who don't mind coming for your peace, people who do not mind coming for your stability, coming for your children. See, the enemy stooped to an all-time low. Okay, he stooped to a new level of low. Because what happened to you, you shouldn't have made it out of that. I think a lot of people who sat up here and group up together to do these things against you knew that there were going to be some consequences and repercussions. But I think a lot of people didn't care because, for the most part, you shouldn't have been alive today. Where you are today, you shouldn't be there. So if you're alive, if your children are alive, if you are paying your bills, if you still have your car, you still have certain things intact. You have to understand something. When the enemy hits, it don't miss. The enemy attacks everything. You understand what I'm saying? And it's all in an effort to have you in a sunken place. When I cried out to God, I asked Him specifically to give me a specific sign that was tied into the prayer that I prayed. And everything of what I sing today tied into that prayer that I prayed about overflow. So not only are you receiving an overflow of blessings and opportunities, that's what the enemy has been attacking. Then you ask yourself, well, why would the enemy want to attack my overflow of abundance, of opportunities that will help me get to the next level of my life, to keep you stuck, to have you feel inferior, to make you seem inadequate, to have you feel like a failure? And like whatever your goals are and whatever it is, the promises that God made to you, that you would never be able to reach those goals, and that God doesn't have any intentions of fulfilling those promises. But the devil is a lie. Do you hear me? The devil is a lie, because everything that was attacked, everything that was held back, everything that was delayed, there's going to be an overflow. Okay? There's going to be more that is going to be sent towards you than what you were receiving before the enemy was attacking you. There's going to be more. You understand what I'm saying? So that you can recover from those losses. You can recover from those betrayals. You can recover from those defeats and delays that you once experienced. Let me tell you something. The enemy don't go hard for people who are not on a specific path, on a specific mission and purpose for the Most High. You had a lot of hidden devils and enemies around you that did not want it to be you, did not want you to be perceived in a certain light. Let me tell you something. The second that people decide to come for you and attack you, they've already made a vow and an agreement that you are better than them, even though you've never said that out your mouth. Because when they decide to sit up here and put groups together, lie, do certain things to have you in lack and have you impoverished, and not care how that's a trickling effect to not only you, but to your loved ones and to your children, you are dealing with some sick, wicked-minded people that all of what they care about is, and they get fulfillment in seeing you in lack. They get fulfillment in seeing you hurt. They get fulfillment in seeing you be set back or delayed. They feel like they're doing something and doing this against you. Instead of focusing on their life, they rather sign up to be your number one hater, number one enemy and antagonist of your story, of your life. And that's sick. But that is the life of your enemies, because they are here for a specific reason. So even though at times you feel defeated, or you get irritated, or you feel like God is not hearing you, he sees you, he hears you, and he understands you. But a lot of the times of what we have to reiterate to ourselves is, even if we don't understand or know what God is doing, God knows what he is doing. So we may not know what God is doing in allowing the enemy to get this far at this stage of our lives and attacking us and cursing us, mocking us, joking us. But to whom much is given, much is expected in return. There's going to be a lot that's going to be restored back into your life when these overflow of blessings come into your life. When these overflow of blessings come into your life, it's meant to help restore balance and peace in your life, and also to give you justice for everything of what it is that you went through. Still now, to this day, the enemy think that he has won, that he's made you fear him in some type of way, that he's made you give up in some type of way, that in some type of way he's warped your way of thinking to where you don't believe that God is going to turn around your situation, where you don't believe that God is going to show you favor, where you don't believe that God is going to show you mercy, where you don't believe that God is going to bless you with forward progression, where you don't believe that there's a certain level of protection around your life. But let me tell you something. The devil can cause as many illusions as he wants to. It's up to you whether or not you feed into it. And the reason why we are here today is because for the majority of you, you did not feed into it. You did not give up your destiny. You did not give up on your calling. You did not give up on the promises of God. You didn't give up on the promises of God. That's what all of this has been about. If the enemy can get and attack your mind and make you believe that there is no hope for you based upon who it is that he sends in your life, who he is using to attack you, who he's using to betray you, who he's using to take from you, then you will believe that there is no hope for you. But the reason why we are here today is because you did not give up. You didn't give up because you knew if the enemy is attacking me this hard, then it's something that you're seeing that's in store for my future. And you don't want it to happen for me, and you don't want me to step into it. When there's a constant battle, a constant tug of war, right? For every step you take forward, the enemy wants to pull you back. For every new, you understand what I'm saying, opportunity that you get, the devil wants to sit up here and strip you of other opportunities. There's always this constant tug of war, you know, of opportunities, of you losing this, of you feeling defeat over here, of you going through betrayal over here. But I'm here to tell you right now, for the majority of you, you did not give up. You didn't give up. There was a lot that was done to block you. There was a lot that was done to have you in defeat. There was a lot that was done to have you in loss. And let me tell you something. The only reason why the enemy is attacking you this hard is because he knows what's in store for your future. I'll say it again for the people in the back, for the haters in the valley. The only reason why the enemy has attacked you this hard is because he's already seen what's in store for your future. These people who have gone against you have already seen what's in store for your future. Those who oppose you, those who do not like you, those who've gone out their way to serve as a stumbling block, as a hindrance, as a blockage, okay, to your blessings and to your forward progression, has already seen what's in store for your future. You have to watch who you have in your circle. You have to watch who you call a loved one. You have to watch who you confide into. You have to watch who you lay down with. You have to watch who you choose to co-create and co-parent with. You have to watch those who are in your family. Watch those of whom you left behind. Watch those of whom you take into your life in the present. Because let me tell you something. Sometimes, and a lot of times, blessings can be held off and blocked off when you are not being obedient and listening to God. But not only that, people don't even realize how not only they're not cursing just themselves, but they're cursing everyone who's in their group, everyone that's a part of that bloodline. The actions of one, right, can cause damnation to a whole group of people and to a whole bloodline because one person didn't want to be obedient to God. You can be delayed and held back and be your own worst enemy because you did not want to be obedient to God. It's going on right now as we speak. It's going on right now as we speak. If God don't do it, it won't get done. But God has been preserving you to prosper you. That's what a lot of you don't know. When I went to God in prayer, he told me and he showed me there's nothing that I've done. You understand what I'm saying? That I need to do. I've done everything of what it is that I could do in my power and my grasp. Now it's up for me to believe that he is going to pick up where I left off and carry me and my son from here. Because I've done everything of what it is that I could do. To whoever is listening to me and wherever you are and whatever it is that you've gone through, you've done everything that you can do. You fought the good fight. Okay? You moved in good faith. You kept your integrity. You kept your morals intact. You did not stoop down to these people's level and do back unto them what they've been doing to you. And for that, they mocked you. They want to goat you and say, well, this and that, and well, if you ever feel this and that, but people knew what they were doing behind your back. They wanted to say that you were weak because you did not fight them back. If someone was sitting here and attacking your finances and causing and sending you negative energy and blockages towards your forward progression and movement, you have to understand something. Anyone who decides to want to stoop down to that level to do something like that against someone, they are already showing their hand. And in showing their hand, it's also in showing you the blessings and the promises that God do intend to keep. But these people wanted to play God. These people thought that they were bigger than God. And they thought that they were going to teach you a lesson because they wanted you to fear them. Fear me and the magic of what it is that I can do against you, and everything of what it is that you love, that you own, and that you want. Fear me. Don't fear God, fear me. Fear me of what it is that I can block off from you, right? Until you see me, until you answer to me, until you give me what it is that I want. Not only did you stand tall in the face of adversity and opposition, you took down covens, groups, demonic entities that were acting in people that wanted to crush and break your soul. Trust and believe that every action that was taken against you, whether these people want to admit to it or not, every action was done to break you. There were conversations being had behind your back about how they was going to pull it off, who they were going to use, how they was going to pull the wool over your eye. And in the midst of doing it, it was funny. Not only was it funny and comical to people, it amused them. It made them feel better that you were suffering, that you were accepting losses, right? That you were defeated, that they felt like they had conquered you. They felt like they had put a monkey wrench in your plans. They humiliated you, mocked you to other people. They did not care for your name. They did not care for your mind, for your soul, for your spirit. They did not care for your future. They did not care for you as a human being. People tried to kill you, take you out, poison you. All of these tactics that I mentioned before, gain stalking, blackballing, lying on you, using spirituality against you, meaning these people were spiritually attacking you to bind up your finances, to bind up and block off your forward progression and your movement. All of this was done against you because you intimidated people just that much so that they felt like if you don't have it, then that's better for us because we won't feel no type of way. If you don't plan on sharing with us and having us benefit up off of you, then you don't need to have it. If you don't plan on coming back and letting me abuse you and use you, then I'm sure that you don't have anything up in your life tangible or worth having. When they decided to take these plans, take these actions against you, that was the worst mistake that they could have ever made. Because I think for a lot of you guys, you don't go out there showing your hand and showing the cards that you've been dealt. You don't go out there asking for a pity party. You don't go out there trying to be a victim. A lot of the times, you do like being in the confinements of your own space. You mind your own business. You drink your water. You mind your business. You sip your tea, knowing that you may not be everybody's cup of tea. So you're going to tell me that you deserved what was done against you? Or was the enemy trying to defeat you? Was the enemy trying to crush you? Was the enemy purposely trying to delay you? And why would you think that the enemy would go that hard against you if you are not a threat to his kingdom? You are a threat. You are a threat. And God is using you. I want to say this really quick and get off topic, really quick. Today was really just everything that was confirmed. When I broke down and I took it to God, I broke down again today when I asked for a prayer request. And the lady even confirmed what I mentioned to God and what he had told me. You have to believe, Victoria. You have to believe that I've seen everything, every wicked thing that people done behind your back, every wicked lie that they spewed out of their mouth, every wicked thing that they wanted in their soul that will make them feel good. They can sleep at night knowing that you are suffering, knowing that you are without, knowing that they've robbed you blind, robbed you of your future, robbed you of your destiny, robbed you and left you there. You have to believe that I've seen. You have to believe that I hear. You have to believe that I know. And when you put it all together, you have to believe that I'm going to vindicate you. You have to believe that I'm going to convict the souls of those spirits and people who went up against you. You have to believe that your future and your life is not over, that I did not bring you this far to leave you here now, to leave you where the enemy left you at. I did not bring you this far to leave you where the enemy left you at. Sometimes you got to sit back, gauge, caught people moves to understand the repeated cycles that they want you to be in. The repeated cycles, like if I up it, if I keep doing it, eventually they'll give up. If I up it, if I keep doing it, eventually they'll walk away. If I up it, if I keep doing it, eventually I can conquer them. I can silence them. I can defeat them. But they didn't silence you. They made you get louder. They couldn't conquer you and defeat you. They made you stronger. They couldn't kill you because you've been reborn. Oh my. They couldn't kill you because you've been reborn. What I mean by that is every cycle we have this where the enemy comes up, takes you through a cycle, thinks that they have you defeated. God comes in, restores you. You go through another cycle. The enemy comes in, think that they've knocked you down, right? They think that they've defeated you. God comes in and he restores you. In those checkpoints that you are going through these cycles and going through these periods, God is rebirthing you. Not only is he rebirthing you, there's a rebirth of opportunities. There's a rebirth of mindset. There's a rebirthing. There's a redirection that is purposeful for your life. A lot of rejections, a lot of bullying, and a lot of defeats and losses that you've had to encounter, you understand what I'm saying, has come about because there were certain lessons that you needed to learn about people up in your life, people who you needed to let go. There's a lot of people who laughed and mocked you, people who laughed at you, who will not be laughing with you in this new season of victory, of blessings, and prosperity for your life. Who am I talking to? There's a lot of people who mocked you and laughed at you, went against you, betrayed you, knocked you down, that will not be able to go with you in this new cycle, in this new path, on this new journey that God has set out for you. There are a lot of people who are trying. And see, that's why, oh, thank you, Jesus. That's why it's taken so long. Because the enemy is trying to wear you out so that you don't believe. When I prayed and I took it to God and I broke down in church today, and then they got Eli for me, I kept saying over and over again, God, when does it end? When does it end? If that's the question that you've been asking God, I'm telling you, he is about to answer it in this season, because he is going to send you an overflow. It cannot make up for the losses. It cannot make up for the hurt that people made you feel in your soul. It cannot make up for a broken heart. It cannot make up for a broken home. It cannot make up for a very broken path that these enemies had you on. You were broken. Your paths was broken. Your Your roads were blocked. You understand what I'm saying? You were being attacked. There was a lot that was happening, a lot that the enemy was trying to do to overwhelm you. But now there's going to be an overflow in your life because you didn't give up. All because you decided to fight and not give up. I'm going to tell you something. Your enemies who came up against you are in for a rude awakening. These people have been going at you for years. And there's a lot of people that know what some of these enemies did against you. There are some people who've been holding back secrets, not telling you what they know. They're not telling you what was done against you, even though they know the actions that your enemies took against you. But I'm telling you something. When God takes you to where you need to be, and he knows that there's been people who've been watching you ever since you cut off communication, ever since you left them, ever since you decided to walk away, ever since you decided to break away, ever since you decided to tell them off and not be their friend no more, or back up and cut communication off, or back up and just give yourself space and time to grow, to heal, to process, and to regroup. There are certain people who don't understand that sometimes you need your own space. Sometimes you do need to take a step back from it all to regroup and to process what it is that you've gone through, what it is that God wants for you, and where it is that he's about to take you in the next season of your life. Let me tell you something. Some of these people have cloaked themselves and said that they support you and said that they've loved you. But in all actuality, these people knew who you were since a child. And since a child, they've been doing wicked things against you to block you. Since a child, they've been doing wicked things to serve as a stumbling block and as a hindrance and as a blockage to your forward progression. Because there are a lot of people who are not right in their soul, a lot of people who are not right in their spirit. And instead of coming together to support you and to uplift you, they wanted to crush you. Go back in your mind and think about what it is that the enemy has been taking you through. Go back over your mind and replay. Go back. Victoria, I came up short on my rent. Okay, so he wants you in lack. So he's been having you in cycles of lack. Okay, Victoria. Oh, Victoria, I got served an eviction notice, so I'm going to have to clear out. Okay, so he's been having you in a cycle of homelessness. Okay, so go back and think. Okay, so every relationship, every friendship, they betrayed me. They've lied on me. They left me destitute. They robbed me. They took from me. They did not reciprocate. They did not care for me. They did not care for my children. Okay, so he's been wanting you with a broken heart. He's been wanting to keep you in cycles of brokenness with limited beliefs. He's been wanting to keep you restricted, unseen, unwanted. Why do you think, and I want you to ask yourself that, why do you think the enemy will go that hard against you? If you are nobody, if you are not on the verge of breaking something, whether it's a curse, whether it's a hex, whether it's just a repeated cycle that the enemy has been trying to keep you in, you and your loved ones. See, the enemy is tired of you. The enemy is tired of you not giving up. They are exhausted. They are overwhelmed. They are all the things that they wanted you to be, all because they wanted to practice unnecessary evil against you. They wanted to practice unnecessary evil against you, and now they are overwhelmed. They are burdened. They are dealing with sickness. They are dealing with poverty. They are dealing with restriction. The enemy wanted you dealing with restriction. The enemy wanted you to give up. The enemy wanted to break you and crush your spirit. That is what this has been. There are a lot of people who are not going to tell you the plans that they have for you. There are a lot of people who are not going to come out and tell you the truth, because there are people who you encounter on this journey, be it friends, be it lovers, be it family members, or whoever. There are a lot of people that you're going to encounter on this journey that are going to see the light on you. They're going to know who you are. They're going to know what you're destined for. And see, a lot of times, God can't always show his hand, and the enemy is not going to always show theirs. And so when you go along this journey, there are going to be certain things that even though you don't know, God knows what he is doing. So when we go back to when you encounter these people who want to have you blocked off, people who want to have you neglected, people who want to have you defeated, or people who want to have you blocked off, it's in an effort to defeat you, and it's in an effort to get you to walk away from your destiny. It's in an effort to crush what it is that the enemy has seen you stepping into. And the only way that you are going to get through whatever it is that you've been going through is through hard work and perseverance. You have been very resilient, and that's what's been getting you to this point and to this stage of your life. But see, God already seen that in you, and God already knew that you were going to be a fighter and that you were going to persevere on this journey. But he's also been giving you reinforcements. He's also been serving and sending you allies in the form of protection, of stability, of whatever it is that you need. These little messages and signs that you've been getting from God, that's in him letting you know that, rest assured, that everything that you've gone to him about, everything that you've prayed about, everything that you've taken to him in prayer, everything that you've asked him to do for your life, every cry, every request, he is lifting those burdens up off your back, and he's taking you where you need to be. Let me tell you something. No one, and I just want to leave you with this, no one is going to go that hard if they don't see it on you. They see it on you. There are people who have more than you that have hated you, been envious of you, jealous of you, wanted to crush you. There are people who have less than you, who envied you, jealous of you, wanted to crush you. A lot of these people, which is why you cannot put it in a certain category as to why you've been dealing what you've been dealing with, even though it's ending. For some of you, you have to heal from what it is that you've been through. And see, that's a lot coming from me, like easier said than done, because there was a lot that was done to crush your spirit. Imagine being born and living your life to go through battles and upheavals because the enemy has been coming after you for a very long time. And a lot of things of what you have gone through has been at the hands of these enemies who did not want whatever they seen for you, did not want it for you. I seen long ago when there were curses being placed over my life at 15 years old. I've seen when people put hexes and curses on my finances. God has placed me in the room of people, seeing what they're doing, what they're speaking against me. I keep telling you, when God shows you a certain thing, is to protect you, because he knows what he's going to do for your life. He preserved you to prosper you. And I keep saying that because that's what he's done. In the midst of these attacks, in the midst of these defeats, in the midst of these cycles, the reason why the enemy could not get hold to you and crush you and defeat you and get you to shut up and get you to be defeated and get you to be in lack, get you to have nothing, has been because God has been preserving you to prosper you. Don't you get it, and don't you realize, if it had not been for God, what these people wanted for you would have manifested in your life a long time ago. They wouldn't have had to fight this hard and for this long to defeat you if you was meant to be defeated. So now we go back to, well, why has it been dragged out for so long? Again, we may not always know why God do what he do, but God knows why he do what he do and why he allows certain things. You will never know if it's to show these people a lesson. You'll never know if it was to teach you a lesson. But for whatever lessons needed to be learned, you learned these lessons at the hands of these people. Calls that I was getting that were from people from different countries that was sitting up here calling me, chanting certain things over the phone. God dropped it in my spirit, somebody paid for witchcraft. You see, when people keep doing things against you and trying to get creative and more sneaky and cunning at the way that they attack you, they're not fooling anybody. They're for sure not fooling God. They may have thought that they were fooling you, and they may have thought that they were getting away with defeating you and taking from you and conquering you. But let me tell you something. God is restoring you. God is bringing balance in your life. There is a shift that's happening, and you have to be prepared for it, because you have to get in the mode right now. And I'm telling you, I don't know for some of you if you've gone through worse than me, you've gone through more than me, but that's not the point. Case in point is, whatever it is that you've gone through, it's in this moment right now that I want you to take it to God in prayer. And I want you to go to him and reiterate to him tonight before you go to sleep. And I want you to tell him, God, I believe. See, y'all may not understand. I was not going to come on here today. So whoever is in the chat, God bless you. And thank you for allowing me to bless you with this word. But I'm telling you, I want you, before you go to sleep tonight, you don't have to listen to me. You could say, Victoria this and that, and you don't know nothing, and Victoria this and that. But let me tell you something. I don't benefit. I'm telling you. Before you go to sleep tonight, do not forget, after you wash your babies, feed your family, wash yourself before you go to sleep, reiterate and tell God, even if all you say before you go to sleep is, I believe, God, and I'm ready. It's the only things you have to say. I believe in you, God. I believe you, God, and I'm ready. You should not be here. You should not be in your right mind. You should not be going on and living the way that you are. I would get into how God is going to punish these people, but that's not the word for today. That's not the word that I wanted to do in this segment. The word for today in this segment is, you have to take it to God in prayer and believe, and tell him and reiterate to him that you do believe and that you do know, despite what you've gone through. I've battled homelessness. I battled bullying. I battled a lot. You know, I can't go down the list, but there was a lot that was done against me that did crush me. And I am not the same person that I was in 2023 and 2024. And I don't think that person is ever coming back. Now more than ever do I hold on to God. And anything that I get, which is why I always pray, because as soon as I step out my door, I'm like, hold on, I just prayed about that last night. And you weren't in my house when I was praying. So I know that that's God sending you to confirm something for me. I know that that's God talking to me and giving me a sign that he hears my prayers. Do you understand what I'm saying? The enemy can take a lot from you. And I'm being so honest, because a lot of times we see certain people with the cars and with the houses, and we think that that's all of what this journey entails. No, it does entail you winning and succeeding and having an overflow and abundant life, but it also consists of a lot of struggle, a lot of pain. And you will never understand why, for those of whom God is using, you have to go through the most struggle. You have to go through the most pain. You have to go through the most betrayals. You have to go through the most upheavals, because whatever is in you, the enemy wants. Whether it's your confidence, whether it's your strength, whether it's your light, whether it's your resilience, your blessings, your destiny, it never ends well for these people who go up against you. I'm just going to say that because, again, that's not the word for today. It never ends well for your enemies. God has already shown you that. This is biblical. This is history repeating itself. But see, Satan can't get off himself to understand that he will never, ever be able to conquer that of whom God is using and who he's choosing. Do you understand that? But, hey, he got to go ahead and let the enemy do what he's going to be big and bad enough to do. But in the midst of everything that's been done against you, you're still standing tall. in the face of adversity, of opposition, of delays, of blockages. And people went hard because it was all to get you to believe that God is not real. Why are you holding on to him when we're causing you pain and we're causing you suffering and we're causing you defeat? We're causing you rejections. We're causing doors to get slammed up in your face. We're causing opportunities to be blocked away from you. We're causing you to have to struggle, for you to be pain, for you to be miserable. We're stealing your joy. But they can't steal, kill, and defeat who God keeps restoring and rebirthing. I'll let that sink in. They can't steal, kill, and destroy, and defeat, and conquer, and control who God is using and who he's choosing. You are God's select few. If you made it on this live, we over an hour, we about an hour in. If you on this live, you are God's select few. And I'm telling you, the chains have to be broken. The illusions are being cleared. The blockages are being lifted. And a shift is occurring up in your life. Because eventually, suffering don't last always. But these people that got a kick out of mocking you, out of seeing you down, after leaving you destitute, the very same ones who laughed at you will not be able to laugh with you when God takes you to this new level and to this new season of your life. Mark my words, you're going to come to me and we're going to talk about it. Because I'm telling you, God would not set it up that way. He wouldn't play you like that. Allowing these people to think that they can come back up in your life after lying on you, after not upholding you and honoring you, after constantly putting you in cycles of defeat. Do you understand how wicked a person got to be? If they're binding up your finances and binding up every way for you to make a sustainable livelihood for yourself and that of your family and your children, that means these people wanted you with nothing. They wanted you out on the streets. What was that going to profit and benefit them to have you out like that if this is not spiritual? You got to start thinking. When people start putting these plans together, getting their families involved, your aunts and your cousins and your brothers and your sisters and your nephews and your mother and your father and these friends. And I told you, everywhere you go, everything you say, it's a problem. But it's not because of you. It's because you are a light in the midst of darkness in a very dark, cruel, wicked world. People can't understand you. They don't get you. They don't like you because of the light that's in you, around you, for you, who serves you, who protects you. They hate you for it. And that's not your fault. And that's something that you could never control. So they said, let's bind you up. Let's defeat you. Let's hurt you. Let's tell people to leave you destitute, to take from you and leave you with nothing, give you nothing. Because of what they went through. Because let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. Some of y'all been carrying burdens that are not your burdens to carry. When we talk about breaking curses and breaking cycles, right? There has to be a certain level of tact. You understand what I'm saying? Of faith, but also a perseverance and hard work that we got to put into that. Do you understand what I'm saying? That means everybody coming together to understand, right? What we're trying to break up off the bloodline. See, there's a lot of people, and I'm going to be nice about it. Some people are meant to soar, and some people are meant to go to great heights in their life. And some are just meant to be where they're at because that's all what they will ever be. When they accept that, but they're still struggling with it, and here you coming along with this future and with this light and with this innocence and with this purity because you trusted them. You trusted the devil. So some innocent about you and pure about you when you trusted these devils, right? You believe that they loved you. You believe that they had your best interests at heart. You never thought for 1 second that they would sit up here and put plans together to fraud you, to beat you, to hurt you, tell people to leave you out in the worst ways, but you still survived. In that moment, that's when people realized that they couldn't break you. And they knew that if, in fact, you made it through this season and made it through this cycle, right? and they try hard and they send everything your way, you should have been defeated. You're not defeated. These people hate you. They don't understand you. And the devil is irritated of you because you just won't give up. Why won't you just give up? Why won't you feel bad about people not liking you, talking bad about you, smear campaigns, hate trains? Why you don't care about us never thinking highly of you and never supporting you? Let me tell you something. Those who made you feel alienated and unwanted and casted out, they're about to feel that same way by God. And that's not a good thing. That means they have no protection. When there is no protection, everything of what these people wanted for you, when it gets sent back to them, God be with them. Because they wouldn't stop. If God comes to you with a warning and a writing on the wall, and you say you don't fear God, but these people wanted you to fear them, but they didn't even fear God. They wanted you to fear them, but they didn't even fear God. They wanted you to fear them, but they didn't even fear God. Because let me tell you something. I don't care what they feel now. Back then, when God comes to you and he warns you and he sends you a writing on the wall, he tells you to stop. In so many ways, just the same way how I got confirmation today about an overflow and a shift that's happening. When the enemy constantly is trying to break you, you like, God, I don't know, I don't understand. But you keep going. You just like, all I can do is just keep going, and God gonna have to pick up the rest. And whatever he don't pick up, you know what? That's life. But it's in that moment that you just about to give up and he shoot you something. Shoot you a little something to hold you over to the next blessing. He give you a little lick, have you come up on something till he go ahead and put you up in that house. He go ahead, bless you with a little something till you able to go ahead and recuperate and replenish your savings. He go ahead, give you a little something until you can go ahead and secure that offer. He give you a little something till you can go ahead and secure that contract. He give you a little something so you can go ahead and leave behind generational wealth for that of your children and start building and working towards an empire. He give you a little something. He give you a little something. God just keep giving you a little something. When the enemy think that they taking something away from God, he gives you a little something. So when they think that they defeating you and they had you, you went through that, you lost that, you can't get that back. But let me tell you something, now it's a rebirthing. You're reborn again. They cannot steal, kill, and destroy who God keeps restoring, rebirthing, okay, and using. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Yes, you went through it. Yes, yes. Poverty, losses, defeat, yes. But you still have life. Where you still have life, you still have favor. Where you still have favor, you still have the mercy, the grace, the backing, the protection of the Most High. When that is stripped away from you entirely and completely, that's the worst kind of position and predicament to be in. Which is why before he does it, he comes to you and he gives you a warning and a writing on the wall. Blatant disrespect because these people ignored it. They didn't fear God, but wanted you to fear them. That's backwards. And that would never happen. There is a shift that's happening. You need to get prepared. There's a shift that's happening. I don't want you to lose your moment because I want you to win. Okay? This is coming from me. I want you to win, Mom. I want you to win. I want you to get up out that park. I want you to defeat and overcome homelessness. I want you to get your own home. I want you to get your car. Baby, I want you to get everything that God has promised you. I want you to get it in this season. It's time. I want you to be ready. I want you to be prepared. Enough of the suffering, enough of the defeat, enough of the lack, enough of the pettiness, enough of the bullying, enough of the naysaying, enough of the lying. Enough! You have to get it in this season. I want you to be prepared. Are you ready? Because I'm about to tell you what I want you to do tonight to secure your blessing and to secure go. I want you to tell God tonight, I believe. I'm ready. I believe I'm ready. When this video uploads, I believe I'm ready. When you step out your house, I believe I'm ready. As you're in the shower, I believe I'm ready. I know you're going to do it for me, because there were times that I said, you know what, God, it's not just enough for me to get by and be sustained, but I wouldn't even had that had the enemy had their way 100%. But you gave me a little something. And even though I may feel like, I should have more, and when this run out, what am I going to do? It's in that moment that you give me a little something. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to? I'm like, oh, when the money run out, and how am I, oh God, I'm trying to keep pushing, God. I'm doing what you tell me. I'm taking leaps of faith. I keep being met with a blockage over here. I need this to make this happen out there. And then this and that, and then this and that, and that. You give me a little something. Even though I be weary, I be in my head. I don't know, because I'm actually here in the physical. I may not know everything that you're doing, but I know that you know. And rest assured, you go ahead and you reassure me that it's going to be okay, because you give me a little something. You understand that? Why God is giving you a little something and not everything all at once? We may not understand why it has to be like this, why it has to be broken off. Why for 15 years people were cursing you, cursing your family. Why the wickedness that dwells in them, that's in them, has been having them rotted out from the inside out. Which is why they do these things to people. You ain't the only one. You ain't the first, you ain't the last, you ain't the only. But God about to make a statement about you, though, because he don't play about you. That's why he keeps giving you a little something. Because when the enemy think that they have you defeated and have you conquered and have you right where they want you, they realize that they never did, and they never had power, and they never had control, because God keeps rebirthing, restoring, and using you. By giving you these little nuggets, what I told you, these little pennies from heaven that converts into monumental blessings here in the physical, that holds you until God takes you to the next level of your life. Them very same people who mocked your situation, knowing what they was doing and the strings that they were pulling and the favors that they were sending in to certain people behind your back to have you in this state, in that cycle, dealing with these people. It was funny back then. They mocked you back then. But a lot of people know they can't go where you about to go. And you ain't finna forfeit your blessings in this season for nobody. Y'all got mouths to feed. You got things that you want to achieve. And it's by high time that you get it. 15 years, that's a long time to try to get a blessing and a promise that God made to you since the day that you was born. Ain't nobody got another 10 years to wait. I don't know who I'm speaking to. And see, I'm straight out with it. I'm straight out with it. Baby, no. God did not say that we have to sit up here and live in poverty and die in poverty. And whoever thought that you was going to go through that and live in poverty and die in poverty, they in for a rude awakening. It's the mere fact that people think that they could go out here because they know a little something about magic, something that they shouldn't even be dabbling into, that they think that they could sit over here and take over the position of God. But they getting sat down. Because that little piece of whatever it is that they thought they knew of what they was sending your way, don't hold weight to what it is that God knows and what he can do to people. He can take people's very lives. These people only attempted to take yours. Oh, hold on. I'll let that sink in. Because people swear they got all the sense, boy. They swear they got all the sense. They can attempt with what they know. When God shoots, he fully loaded. You understand what I'm saying? He ain't missing no shots. They can attempt to take your life. God actually has taken people's lives. They can attempt to have you this blocked off and all these kinds of things. But for everything of what was funny and comical about what they was putting you through, it's not going to be funny when they're the ones dying in poverty. Got to set up GoFundMes because ain't nobody set up things up in their life to have the proper burials. That's the problem now today. Too caught up in somebody else's life while yours is falling down by the wayside. Because all of what you can see is tunnel vision because of the hate and the jealousy and the disdain that you have for somebody, for things of which they can't control. You can't control the light that surrounds you. You can't control how favored you are. You can't control these things. Secure your blessing tonight by telling God, I believe and I'm ready. You are here today because of the grace of God. It is not because of your own merit, your own resources, your hustle, your wit, your degrees, your this, your that. It's God. Because the wickedness and the evil that was sent towards you, people were attacking you on the daily. They made this part of their daily regimen to attack you. That's sick. And people only did it because they thought that they was going to profit and benefit and get prospered off of your back, off of your destiny, off of your blessings. And now they're lost and at a loss for words because you fought through all of it. And God owes you. He owed you that much. If it's nothing else, that's why he can't even say, you've done all you can. There's nothing more that you can do. Because it's in this moment that God knows he has to force a shift to happen and occur up in your life that is going to get you to the next level of your life. Okay? There's things that you have to do out here, sir, ma'am. Your work is not over. Your life is not ending. Your journey is not yet complete. So these people who've been serving as a stumbling block and a hindrance to you, baby, God be with them. That's not the word in the segment for today. Today I wanted to come on here to help you secure your blessing. Tell God tonight, I believe. I don't care you got that eviction notice and you got to get out tomorrow. You still tell him tonight before you sleep, tonight before you rest your head. I believe. I believe, God. I'm ready. Watch what start happening. Watch what start happening. He just wants to know that you still with him, that y'all still on one accord, that you still on the same page in this thing. He got you. He'll never sit up here and leave you out how these people left you out. But you had to go through it and look at how strong you are. That's why the enemy is mad at you, baby. You wouldn't just give up. You wouldn't just roll over and let him have your life and your destiny. You understand what I'm saying? You say, I work too hard. I put in too much work. I know what I deserve. And people tried to rob you blind and leave you without. And for everything that was taken and for everything that was blocked and delayed, it's coming back tenfold. Secure it tonight by telling God, I believe and I'm ready. I love you. Okay. And I got to get to my baby now. But I had to come on here. I had to come on here because, my God, I had just taught and prayed to God about an overflow. And this morning, when I got up, I went to church. It just, everything in my spirit, I'm human. When y'all see me, I'm about the realest person that you'll meet, man. I tell you, I stay out the way. And everything was confirmed, what I prayed about. So I know God hears, and I know he knows. And with that, there's nothing more that you can do that you have not done already. These people are very, I could be upset. I could get upset. I can cuss them out. I can beat them, stomp them in the street, drag them. But the most of what I want to do for people who go after others like that hard, and don't even understand when you try to crush and bind somebody else's life up because of a destiny that you want, because of blessings that you want, out of greed, out of selfishness, out of envy, out of jealousy, and they did not care for your life at all, did not care for your children's lives. You pray for people like that because something in them been broke, okay? And that Satan used that as a crevice to come in and use them and overcome them and control them. But we know who's being the battery in your back and who's using you. And with that being said, I already told you, you know that you're chosen. You know that everything of what you've gone through has been a direct reflection of God's protection around you and the things that Jesus went through. He's all knowing, he's all seeing, okay? And he's all powerful. There is no other man and God above him that can do the things that he do, the things that he's shown time and time again that he's able to do. Look at what he's done for you. Keep telling you, that's y'all like, I got eventually, I gotta move out tomorrow. Tell him tonight, I believe God and I'm ready. You know how much power you snatch back from the enemy? When they know that they're doing everything to have you defeated, know that they're taking every resource away from you, but God give you a little something. God may not stop these people from coming at you and doing what they're doing, but in the midst of it, he's giving you a little something, preserving you to prosper you. And everyone who laughed and mocked you ain't finna be laughing with you all the way to the bank and all the way into your glory and your victory. Y'all stay prayed up and be blessed. You already know what you got in me. You already know I keep it real with you. I keep it 100. You already know I keep it a buck. I ain't even got to go through the whole thing. Keep your head up. Okay? Tell God tonight and secure it. It's the realest thing that I ever come on here on this whole channel. All my messages that I've ever given. Secure your blessing tonight. I don't care what it is you've gone through. What this and taking out this and this. Oh God, what I'm going to do. All these different things. I need it now. I need it tonight. Secure it tonight and tell him, I believe God. I'm ready. I love you. And until next time, y'all stay prayed up and be blessed.